I'm here with Meaghan Smith. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, my pleasure.
So, first of all, congratulations on your recent Juno nomination and what is it, 3 East Coast Music Awards?
3 East Coast Music Awards, yeah.
Wow. Was this expected or complete surprise?
No, it wasn't expected. And I don't usually keep track of dates and months, so when when all the nominations came out, I wasn't aware of any of them, and I just started getting emails from friends who were like, "Hey, congratulations!" And I was kind of like, "Thanks for what?" And then they told me, like, "You just got nominated for a Juno," so I had to go to the website myself to see.
Oh, interesting. And I mean, it's an interesting album. It's not every day that I hear a new artist who seems to be inspired by music from, what, the 30s or 20s?
Like it's kind of like pre-50s, like all of that, 20s,
Oh, okay, yeah.
30s, 40s. I don't know, I just love all of it. I don't know what it is. It's like I'm just really drawn to it, and I don't know. There's something about the dirt and the grit and the total humanity of that music that I just really love. I love how it's a lot of it's not polished. A lot of it's like 5 musicians standing around one mic just playing what they play, But I also really wanted to embrace the present, there's so many amazing technologies, and I love samples, and I love turntables and modern stuff too. So I wanted to mesh them both together and see what I would come up with.
Well, it's interesting. I mean, because your vocal style isn't really something you would have found before the 50s, really.
Yeah.
So, I mean, do you have more modern influences?
Totally, yeah. I don't know. It's
along
weird.
singer-songwriter lines, or?
No, not really. It's weird to talk about my influences because nobody really understands when I say, but Bjork is a huge influence. But I don't sound anything like her. But it's just the way that I think it's the way she uses her voice to convey different emotions is what I kind of aspire to, and she's really creative and expressive, and I don't know, but then when I that translated through me doesn't sound anything like her, you know what I mean? So
Right.
my influences maybe don't make the most sense, but she's definitely a big one for me.
Interesting. So for the album, the Crickets Orchestra,
Yeah.
you wrote the songs by yourself, right?
Yeah, I wrote the songs by myself, yeah.
How did it go from that to, I mean, there's a lot of music on the album. It's not overwhelming, but just there's strings, there's a horn section. Kid Koala
Yeah, I know.
shows up for one track, which is, your album is automatically awesome if Kid Koala is on it,
thanks.
pretty much.
I feel pretty great about that.
Well, how did it come about, though? Was it the producer, or was it your idea?
Well, it kind of, the songs by themselves had a certain sound. And then I found this guy named Les Cooper who produced the record. And the first song we worked on was a song called I Know, which is actually, I think it's the second track on the album. And
Yes,
we kind of we were just thinking about how to approach the song. We tried a few different ideas. This is all pre-production before we hired any musicians or anything. And he was like, I've got these really old Mellotron samples in my computer. Let's just pull them up and see what they would sound like. And he just started playing them, and I was like, this is the song. We have to use all of these. So it sort of made so much sense. My vocals, the subject matter of the song, and the sound of those samples from the 30s was like, this is it. Here it is right now. It's modern, yet it's really vintage, and it just made a lot of sense. So that kind of that first moment of that light bulb going off was it kind of dictated the rest of the album.
Now, when you tour, do you take 15 musicians and Kid Koala on the road?
I totally would love to.
I mean, that'd be amazing. I'm sure.
That's my dream tour. But no, Kid Koala's busy.
Oh, he's doing the rock thing now.
He has so many projects he does, and he has a family, so we hang out every time we're in the same city, but no, he can't tour with me. So I bring my husband. He's he's my whole band. He plays guitar, and we both use a bunch of samples, and I play the omnichord and sometimes the piano and the guitar. So we mess it up a lot ourselves, and when we can, when it's a bigger show and we can pay for a band, we definitely hire as many players as possible, because for me it's like the more the merrier, you know. So yeah.
Interesting. Okay, now you're a visual artist.
I am.
Really,
Yeah.
how does that incorporate? Does that really incorporate to what you do? Because going on your website, you mentioned something about mini art showcases. Is that what it is?
I do these miniature paintings. They're tiny little oil paintings that are like 3 inches by 2 inches. So they're really small, and they come with these really sweet little frames. And I just paint portraits of characters that I kind of imagine in my head. Like, some of them are robots, and some of them are like animals, and there's some humans, but a lot of robots. And then, you know, so I just do these little mini portraits of these characters, and I title them according to what I think their backstory is.
Huh.
And I don't know, people love them. My last mini art show last month was like, I think I did 10 pieces, and it sold out in 3 hours. So I have another one coming up this Saturday, and hopefully everybody will get one.
That's very cool. And you also give away a lot of this stuff too. I mean, personalized things. I just read this on your website for holidays.
You know, I do this thing called Fan Appreciation Day, and I like to do it at least once a month, because I feel like my fans are so generous with me. You know, they come to my shows, they buy my music, they buy my music for their friends, and I just really want to share what I have and, you know, like pass it on kind of thing. So I give away a lot of stuff, but I mean, I feel like they give me so much stuff, it just makes sense.
It's an awesome thing to do. Do you have anything to do with your music videos? Because they're all animations.
Yeah, I do. I didn't actually work on any of the previous ones, just because when they were being made, I was either on tour or in the studio or, you know, something. But one of my best friends named Darren Rawlings, who is an animator here in Toronto, we went to school together, he did most of the animation for those videos. So, you know, as soon as I know I get to do a music video, I always try and hire my friends and get artists involved. And, you know, it's just such a great medium. Like, I love it.
Okay. Well, good luck with the awards.
Thanks.
And the art show and everything. And thanks so much for coming in.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thank you.
ExploreMusic wears English Laundry apparel.